Did you say your favorite, one of your favorite parts of the Bible is the water into wine?
Well, it's the most useful of the miracles.
While I was doing some of the research for this, I came across a site called Christopher Hitchens Watch. It's a group of bloggers talking about how dangerous you are, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of depth to the site, but it does seem to show that there is a community of people who seem to be scared of you.
I don't want to tell them I'm non-threatening. If I spent time following all the negative stuff about me on the cyber world scene, I just wouldn't be able to do much else. Right. I don't pretend not to know that there are people who don't like my stuff. I mean, I'm very well aware of that. I sort of know why, too. You've
been published before the web was a big part of public discourse, before it even existed. And then now to see how your work, it's almost an immediate feedback you're getting.
If I walk out in the street now, it's a fair chance that someone will come up and say hi. And this is, I like to think it's because of my books, and sometimes it is, but more than anything, it's because of YouTube.
YouTube, because of the speeches
that you've given. There appears to be an enormous archive of my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how to negotiate this world. So to me, it's MeTube. I mean, I don't see what's you about it. It's moi-tube.
Right.
But people say, oh, that was a great, and they mentioned some debate I had 10 years ago. It's astonishing, and they're easy to find, apparently. So, more power to all this, I say, even if it means that there's an anti-Hitchens wing of it. That's a small price to pay.
So, do you use YouTube at all? Have you ever watched some of these old clips of yourself?
You'll be sad to hear this, perhaps, and it makes me sound like an old curmudgeon, but I can barely use my cell phone. I can't use it for anything except making phone calls. I can't make it take messages.
You don't text people?
No. And I don't use it to take photographs or anything like that.
Yeah.
No. I took a long time to get onto email and word processing. I'm very glad I did, because as it happens, I used to be able to write very, very fast, but not as fast as I could think, so I was often having to pause and my hand would hurt. With the keyboard, the soft keyboard, I found the thing that's exactly right for the speed at which I write.
Okay. So the keyboard matches up with your train of thought?
It's not that long since I had a stand-up metal typewriter.
How long ago was it?
Well, until they shut the last store in Washington, D.C. that sold ribbons, which is, I suppose, about
when ribbons were gone, you were like, fine, I got to get a computer.
They made me do it. I had to.
Who made you get a computer?
The people who closed the ribbon store.
All right, so this is Drinks with Writers, so I mean, I think, if you'll allow me to quote, I think this is a direct quote from you. Many great writers did some of their finest work when blotto, smashed, polluted, faced, squiffy, whiffled, and 3 sheets to the wind.
Yes.
So tell us, who is your favorite hard-drinking writer?
Kingsley Amis.
Kingsley Amis?
Yeah.
A friend of yours?
Yes, I knew the old man quite well and saw him consume staggering quantities of drink, and I've written an introduction to his book of advice called Everyday Drinking on how to manage alcohol. It's quite a good book.
It seems like great writing and the alcohol that goes along with it is mythologized in a way.
Of course.
I mean...
It's all the whole legend of the Bohemia and the village and all this,
Yeah.
They all knew how to hold their liquor, If you have to drink in order to write, then you're a loser. If you can't write without drinking, then that's bad.
Yeah,
you're a bum,
yeah.
and you won't last very long. But if you find it an occasional stimulant or even inspiration, which some people can't, I can, then you may be all right. But you have to guard it very carefully. It's got to be master-servant relationship. And I know a couple of writers whose names you would know, but I'm not going to tell you, who managed to smoke dope every day and find it incredibly useful. It doesn't seem to affect their memory or their fluency at all.
How have you found that it affected your writing?
I've no interest at all in narcotics.
You've never tried narcotics at all?
Oh, of course. In the book I say I'll try anything once except incest and folk dancing.
I think that's a good idea. Well, thank you, Christopher. I really appreciate you.
I hardly got my trousers off.